Uganda's politics seems to be setting a precedent on leadership, leaving the people outside the fragile arrangement. For a start, let us look at the history of the Democratic Party and NRA-NRM.
We were wondering, why did DP separate from NRM? Because they were partners between 1986 to 1996, I think. And I think Uganda has never recovered from that breakup.
Claims that there can be no DP without President Museveni. There can also be no NRM without DP. Because DP was part and parcel of that struggle which brought NRM. And that is why our top leaders joined the NRM government. All those who died in Luwero Triangle, the majority were DPs.
So what happened after more than 25 years of separation?
Chairman Mao, we are very happy that you have back to that principle that we had, because the first NRM government was composed mainly of DP members.
Indeed, at Uganda's independence in 1962, the Democratic Party, the main party contesting to lead Uganda, did not succeed. It did not go into partnership with the ruling government until 1986, which later broke. Now, DP President Norbert Mao has resurrected the partnership with the NRM party.
And I'm going to be mobilizing. And I'm going to move not only in Acholi, but all over Uganda, preaching unity.
But as the Honorable Mao, who is apparently a quiet student of our tactics, reminded me, we always make a distinction between the misleaders and the misled.
In July 2022, Norbert Mao secured a cooperation agreement with the National Resistance Movement Party, which he thought would strengthen democracy. Some Democratic Party members were privy to the agreement.
History will judge us wrongly, but it will judge Norbert Mao very wrongly of the Democratic Party, because it is the first time that the Democratic Party president has joined a different party.
And let me tell you, fellow Ugandans, countrymen, we have no quarrel with President Mao becoming minister. He is qualified. But let him have mercy to leave our party intact.
On 21st of July 2022, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni appointed Norbert Mao Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs.
And in addition, we have issues of human rights. We have issue of prisoners that have been in prison, political prisoners. It is good you've come at this time, and we hope to get the best out of you. Here is the constitution that you've sworn to uphold.
This seemed to end the cancer of rigged political intolerance after DP President started working with the NRM. But the prescription icks many who question democracy.
I think Mao is reading the script of Varanya, who was UPC in the 7th Parliament. He was UPC, he lost the elections for the 8th Parliament, surrendered to NRM, became a chairperson of a committee on legal, became a deputy speaker, and became a speaker. I see Mao taking that direction. There is an opportunity for him to recreate himself and his career under NRM than there is in DP and opposition. So there is no agreement. Mao was just being smarter. He is a smart person.
Among the points of departure, Mao's wisdom seems to contend that the transition Uganda needs cannot happen without President Yoweri Museveni.
They say to get the area of a circle, you need pi. So to craft the future, we also need President Museveni.
Also, the cooperation agreement between DP and NRM is at its tail end, but the pursuit for transition is still a school of thought to a section of Ugandans.
2 months later, the president himself of the Republic of Uganda that signed this cooperation agreement told the nation that he does not agree with what Mao was telling the crowd, here transition, peaceful transition, and all these things. He said Mao was overthinking. So there is, if you're Ugandans, you can tell us whether you've seen anything that has changed since Mao joined the government, apart from selling his soul. That is one.
So, to President Mao, what is the agreement?
It is true, an aspiring president signed together with the sitting president. As to whether the aspiring president will ever become president, that one I don't know, and I don't care, frankly. Let me be the Moses who will not come to the promised land, but Uganda must go to the promised land. Let me remain this side, but I want to push you to go. Please go to the promised land. That's what my job is. So don't count me among those who are dying to be presidents.
The Democratic Party has lost members to other political parties. Is it true to President Mao?
We are not even sure who our members are anymore. Some of our leaders have books for NUP, they also have books for DP. They are registrars for DP, they are also registrars for NUP. And that is why the core of the party, some are in this formation or concoction called DA.
Mao plans to lead DP for the 4th term, fronting a claim that he is the solution for division.
Mr. Mao has been around for 15 years. I don't think there were no presidents before him, and I don't think he thinks that there will not be anyone after him. And I would want him to show us his levels of unification that he has done.
So if a fire catches your house and the house is burning, do you chase the rats that are running from the fire, or you first save your valuables from the house?
Most leaders in Uganda seem to be power hungry and will do what it takes to maintain political positions. But the interests are what the population question.
Uganda is still a very delicate democracy. If it was like a cemented floor, it is still wet. You cannot start dancing Bakisimba on soft floor. The floor is not yet even hard enough for our hard kind of politics.
Daniel Mugoya, Gloria Gwitabingi, UBC News.